So, yet another defeat for Theresa May. What impact is this going to have when she tries to negotiate her EU Brexit deal?
Yes, well, Isabel, another very embarrassing and comprehensive defeat for Theresa May at the hands of the Eurosceptics, the hardline Eurosceptics in her own party. And it throws her hopes of reuniting the Conservative Party around a fresh EU withdrawal agreement into complete chaos. The Prime Minister failed to win the support of the European Research Group, who abstained from voting on that government motion last night because they perceived it ruled out the possibility of no-deal Brexit. It's likely to cause fresh doubt in Brussels that Theresa May has the power to unite Parliament around a fresh EU withdrawal agreement. It underlines the difficulty that she faces in securing concessions from the EU that will satisfy them. But it's worth also mentioning that it wasn't all plain sailing yesterday for Jeremy Corbyn. 41 of his own Labour backbench MPs sided not with Labour but with the Scottish National Party on a different motion to try to delay Brexit. So the status quo here at the House of Commons, which is certainly one of disagreement at the moment, continues to prevail.
And for the people of the United Kingdom, this just creates more uncertainty, and for businesses as well.
Yes, well, as you say, we've heard already from many of the big businesses here in the UK, businesses like Ford and Nissan, big corporations and big employers, but small and medium-sized businesses here in this country make up half of the UK's private sector revenue and 60% of all jobs in the UK. Well, it's worth mentioning that some do see the benefits a potential no-deal scenario would bring them, a weaker pound, improving exports. But as I found out yesterday, others are already beginning to take drastic steps.
In just a few short weeks, this sports clothing exporter will be packing up its warehouse in Bristol and moving to Bratislava.
We can't reverse the decision. The lease is signed, employment contracts are in place, people have been made redundant. It's too late. The horse is bolted. So we're freestyleextreme.com.
A family-run company that says it can't gamble with the possibility of no deal being struck.
We import most of our goods from the EU and we sell most of it back into the EU. We feel that we've been completely hung out to dry by the UK government. We have quite literally been thrown under the bus in this process. We lined everything up in the background so that if there was no progress by the government, we could hit the panic button and put those contingency plans in place very quickly. And we have now passed the point where it would be too late if we waited.
With the risk of no deal rising, Sean says the cut-off for making a decision as to whether or not to stay in the UK has been and gone.
You never expect, as a business leader, for your entire market to change so dramatically overnight the way that it has. I cannot believe I'm paying this enormous deposit to a warehouse in Slovakia. I cannot believe I'm letting this person go who I've worked with for X amount of years. It's incredibly surreal.
Many small British companies have already been hit by a weaker economy, but some have seen benefits. A weak pound means UK exporters can sell their goods cheaper. And here at Alchemy Coffee in Wimbledon, they've seen a higher demand from Europe. Their high-quality product less expensive than their European competitors. But no deal does mean uncertainty.
I don't know if that's going to be a double import. Do I have to import it into Europe, then export it out of Europe to the UK? Will I be charged VAT? Will there be tariff barriers? And because we're not going to see this coffee for 3 months, we're going to go and see the farmers before we leave Europe, but the coffee comes afterwards. So we have no idea.
A business that's contemplating leaving the UK, crossing its fingers the country stays in the customs union.
This is a real crunch time for small businesses, with confidence absolutely on the floor, investment decisions on hold, and so much uncertainty, not just for business owners, but also their employees. They need time to prepare for whatever the future relationship with the EU is. Just a few weeks before a potential no-deal Brexit, that is not going to be enough time. There needs to be a transition period so that they have plenty of time and support to adapt to whatever the future holds.
Brexit has left many businesses dizzy with uncertainty. Some believe a no-deal Brexit would see the pound fall lower, which could boost exports. But others feel forced to pack up and leave.